Hey YouTube, Mike the Gambling Guy back at you. Today we're going to do a little bit of a throwback, right? So I'm going to be playing, if you guys have missed it, we're going to go ahead and we're going to play the dance. And I'm going to show you the dance, kind of a new way that actually playing first person recently, I was thinking, let's try the dance on first person and see how that goes. Now the dance isn't yet on the Rigel Castle Baccarat. We're not going to let that stop us. Oh no. We're still going to use the Rigel Castle Baccarat app in order to play this. So in order to do that, you're probably going, well, how could you do that? Well, because I want to use it for my money management. Right? So the money management that I'm going to end up using, it's called Fibo Yoda. So it's actually the Fibonacci. Right? So this is, it's going to be going in, we're actually going to go up through, hopefully not through the 7th step, up to the 7th step, because we get to step 8 for $170 bet. I'm not going to make that one, but I wanted you to see the steps here. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 25, 40, 65, and 105. Hopefully we never have to go that deep, but if we do, we know that's going to be the stop loss point that we'd certainly just pull that ripcord, right? So we're going to play this on first person. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to go up here to the hamburger lines, and we're just going to click on Money Management, because that's what I want to utilize. And here's Fibo Yoda. We can see I actually had a win there on my last one. I'm like, why don't I just make a video about it and show how I just actually just came out here and just quickly made $100. I was like, well, that was pretty cool. So the way that I started, of course, there's 6 shoes that are in here within the first person Baccarat. And I already did a clean sweep. Now, there's not a way of putting the derived roads. All the derived roads are here, and then the big road. There's not a way of using the bead road, and that's the road that I use to do the dance. So it's fine. Just leave it on the big road, and we're just going to go ahead and give it 7 clicks. Right? If this was craps, we don't like a 7 out. So there is 7. And I do like finding kind of a lower profile when I'm playing the dance. No really different than when I'm playing C2 Bet 4. Right? I like a lower profile than something just on a big run. Because I am looking for, after 2 results on the bead road, if you don't know the dance, if we're looking for 2 results on the bead road, then our next 2 bets are going to be the opposite side. So let me kind of walk through and show you what that looks like. So here we've got 5 results. So there's 6 lines that happen on the bead road. So I'm just going to say, give me another hand and give me another hand, and that's fine. So we'll click into this table. So all we're doing here on the Rigel Castle Baccarat is we're just tracking our wins and losses. That's all it's doing. It's just keeping track of what step we're in. Because whenever I was doing this on a spreadsheet, you've been here. I've had trouble tracking it on there too. So the way that I'm looking for this is if these 2 rows match, I call that a yes. If these 2 don't match, I'm calling that a no. So I need either 2 yeses to be my trigger or 2 no's to be my trigger. And if it's next to a tie, we're just going to go ahead and hit +1, and we're just going to let it play, and then we're going to do +1 again. Because I do leave the ties in there, because I believe the ties are the energy coming out in the game. So we have a yes, a no, a yes. These don't even count. So we're looking for a result here. If this is another yes, then I'd be going for a no, looking at the top of my next column. But let's see what comes out here. And that was a no, right? So we had a yes, no, and this thing's just going to get a streak of players. There we got a no, right? So this is a no. This is a no. So now I'm going to be looking for a yes. So I'm either going to hit my bet here on the very first part, or I'm going to hit it here. If I don't hit it those 2, then we chill. We're not dancing at that point, right? We're not dancing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a bet on player saying that yes, this will match to whatever is in this column. And again, I'm using the Fibonacci Yoda from the Rigel Castle Baccarat app. So this, and I did a $5 unit. $5 my base bet here. So we're doing $5, and that wants that on player because we're looking for a yes here. The great thing about first person, you've got time to make sure you got your bet in the right spot, you got the right amount, right? Because this thing ain't moving until you do, and that's beautiful. So let's go ahead and deal. And I got to figure something like the dance has to be crazy enough to mess with the AI within first person. At least that's my hope. Right, so now we have a no, 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 and I've got one more play, so I'm going to rebet and double that. So it's calling for a $10 bet. And I'm going to go ahead and deal. We're looking for that player. Boom. 1 unit in the bag. Remember, win goal, typically I try to get 5 units. I mean, playing the dance, you could just get 1. You go to a new shoe. You could make it, let's say 3 units is our goal, right? So that's going to be 1 unit. When I come over here and say that was a W, that was a win. Now the one thing that this will not take care of is if we're on the banker side, it will not take commission out. So it's just a matter of know where you're at and where you want to be, right? And have that on your spreadsheet so you can track yourself throughout the day. I've already hit my goal for the day. I was just like, let's just create a video for you just to show you another way that you could utilize first person and the Rigel Castle app. Because I have heard from other people come back and go first person, that AI eventually catches up to you and gets you. I'm not sure the way that I'm playing, if the AI is tracking the main road and the derived roads, are they even looking at the bead road? Is it something that they're even contemplating how I am playing this? Because it's not one of the ways that they are allowing me to actually track it as far as going on their main screen. So is the AI watching my channel? I mean, who knows anymore, right? Google sick 'em on me. So we've got a yes. Let's get another result. So that came out with a banker, and that is not giving me a trigger. So we're just going to keep playing. And the great thing about this is I'm not waiting. So I've got a no and then a yes. Hopefully you're figuring up the dance, right? We've got 1 step, 2 step. There's a banker, and now we have a no, a yes, a no, and this is a yes up here. So if we get another banker on this one, that would have given us a trigger, but it didn't. It went ahead and said no. If this is a banker, I think that would have given us a trigger. So now we can see this just really going back and forth. If I was doing the dance 2.0, oh, we would have been out of here already, because we would have just beaten this with a stick. But just doing dance 1.0, just the original dance. We're not playing because I would have actually had played this and went back and forth, and we would have already got our 3 units and been on to the next shoe. So there's a banker. Now we have our yes, yes. And now we're going to look for a no with a banker here. So $5. Next bet's $5. Is it showing over there? And then we're going to go ahead and hit deal. So now we're looking for the banker. We got an 8 to a 4. So that was a loss. And now remember, we do a second bet. And this is going to be for a player. Yes, yes, yes. And we want the no. So that'll be for a player for $10. 6 to a 3, and that is a W. So you can see we've got a potential, well, I guess we do because we played on the player both sides. So we do have a $10 profit overall. So I need 1 more unit. So we're going to go ahead and hit the plus, and we could certainly play on this longer if we wanted to. So now we have a no, no, and now we're looking for a yes. So a $5 player, and we'd be jumping back to our lobby to find another place to play. And no, we're going to stick around a little bit longer because that gave us a loss. So now if we look at this and we got a no, no, we're looking for that yes, is going to still be for that player, but now it's going to be for $10. A 5 to an 8. Okay, so that was 2 losses in a row. So now you can see that because this was a no, 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 no. We're going to respect that and just take a pause until it actually comes back and says, okay, that was a yes. So if we were to play that one more time, of course, now we're going to look for another trigger. So now we have a yes, yes, and now this is where we're looking for a no. So we'll be applying for a no for the next 2 times. And this didn't look like I marked down my other L. So now we're at a $15 next bet. So my $15 next bet is going to be on the banker side, looking for a no. $15, banker, looking for a no. Deal. And that was a no. It wasn't the no that I wanted. That was an L. A little different. So now my next bet's $25. And this is also looking for a banker because we have yes, yes, yes. And we're looking for a no. So again, always refer back to what you're looking for because these colors can certainly change. It doesn't mean that we're going to be staying on that same side because depending on where our 2 bets are falling, they could be different. Ours all ended up hitting on player. But that is just kind of the way that this bounces around. So let's get the banker here. And we did not. So there's another L. So we got 4 L's in a row. So we're going to be up to the 5th step of our progression, a $40 bet. And we have to wait for another trigger. So we have yes, 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 yes. And we're going to look and see if we get a player here who would have been a no. Oh, it's getting me on that one after I was there. So now we're going to be looking for our next trigger, a banker. So banker gives us a no and then a yes. So now we have a yes, yes, and we're looking for a no. So the no is also going to be a banker for $40. So come on, banker. That's a W. 1-0 is a W, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give that a W, and that's going to say we're still down $5, right? So our next bet in this progression is $25. So I'll be 4 units of profit minus the commission we just had to pay on that last one. Again, it doesn't track it when we're just using it for the money management. That's fine, is what it is. So we're going to look for the next trigger, banker. So banker gives us a no, no, and now we're going to be looking for a yes for $25 on the player. $25, looking for a yes because we just had no, no, and deal. Come on, player. That was not a player, so that was an L. So now we can go back to the 40. And the 40 is also going to be looking for a player. So I can go rebet. I'm still going to be on that player side. I'm looking for the yes. Now the banker's getting on a run. 4 is enough. So that gives us the W. And that shows we had a $10 profit. Right? So how easy this is. We just sit here and do the dance. Well, actually, I need one more unit, don't I? I need one more unit because we wanted $15 to get out of here completely. So with that, we're going to have to play just a little bit more because I want my 3 units. So we got a banker. So that gives us a yes, yes, and now we're going to go for our no for 1 unit. And then we can get out of Dodge. Well, not apparently this time. So you can see as many losses as the dance has had. Having a money market strategy that is going to not be a martingale, because martingale, if you go 7 in, I mean you've just completely wiped your bankroll. If you had to go through 7 steps, I mean that's a big bankroll that you'd have to go through. So in this case, I'm risking $265. I think is what 7 steps ends up being. So here we had. Yes, 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 and again, I'm looking for a no. So I want a player here for $10. A 2, and we got it. So we got the W, we're up $15. I'm guessing there's some commission in there somewhere. Don't really care. So I'm going to hit the trash can. Yes, we're going to start back over here. We're going to come back out here, and I'm I could say I think I was at 1505. So I'm up like 13 bucks. I could certainly go to my spreadsheet. Let me bring my spreadsheet over here, and I'm going to change this to the dance, and this is Fibbo Yoda, and I got no shield. Right, these I can just kind of go ahead and whack those off of there, and I think I was up. How much was I up? Nobody wrote it down, did they? Nobody wrote it down what I was up. So it wasn't $15. Actually, I need to even change my starting balance. So let's do that. So 15 is 1505. Let's just call it 1505. That's the starting balance. And I wish I could pop in there my current balance and then it would populate that. Doesn't do that. I actually have to do the math. So 15, 18, 98. So up 13.98. Sorry for making me do the math there. And it's going to say that I'm up 3 units. So I was up 3 units with commission. Ended up in there somewhere. I know it wasn't 98, but that was my leftovers from before. So let's go ahead and we're going to minimize the spreadsheet. And let's get into another shoe. Let's see what this one looks like. So again, we're doing the dance, playing the Fibbo Yoda. So the Fibonacci sequence. And right now we just have a no. So we're looking for our trigger. And we have a yes. And we have a yes, so now we have our trigger. So we've got 2, which means I know I'm going to be playing the next 2 bets, and they're going to be opposite because these next 2 over here are opposite. So I'm looking for a no, which means this is going to be a banker for $5. Catching along? Catching on it? It's pretty easy. And we got the W on that one. So we got 1 unit in the bag. Let's go for 2 more. So there we got a banker. So now we've got a yes, a tie, so we have a yes, yes, and we're looking for a no for another player. So a player is going to be our $5 bet. That wasn't enough to hold it, so we got our L. We know we're going to go in for the second bite of this apple, so it's going to be for a banker here because we're next to a player, and that's going to be for $10. So our second spot in the dance. And we got it, right? So that's a W. So now we're up $10. So let's get 1 more unit. So we've got a no. Of course, that was our last result because that's what we were hunting. And we got a player, which makes that a no. So now we're going to go for a banker for a yes for $5. And we kept the lead. Boom. Just like that. So boom. We got the W there. So this one works out a lot better for us, right? Because we've got 75% win rate. Not bad. But the thing I was kind of more impressed about being able to show you was in the last one when things weren't really going great. The Fibonacci can actually bring you right back out. And that's really what I wanted to show you. It's not like Grand Martingale or a Martingale. And if you hit, you've recouped all of your other losses. Fibonacci, it can take a couple sequences to get you right back. And if you don't care for any of the stuff on here, you can always just go find it, just hit the broom and go find some more shoes. I mean, that's literally what we kind of want to get to. So I'm trying to get just up to 1550 just for this video, just to be able to show you. So we're going to hit the trash can there. No bet to be made. So given that 7, I know I'm always going to come up here. I probably should do 8 because that way I probably don't have to wait to do this additional hand when we get here because I know that we'll have probably some additional hands to take anyway. So we had a yes, a no, and a yes. Again, that's why I love first person. because I'm not waiting for the countdown. It's literally click, 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 click. I mean, here we have a yes, yes. Let's try to get our no. Going for a banker here. So see if it wants to break its mold and give us a banker there. I'd be okay with that. I mean, I'm not gonna be a hater. $5 on the bank. There's an 8. Yeah, it didn't get that one. It was like that wasn't going to happen. So hopefully we can get this to now say a no, because this would potentially be a yes. So we have a yes, 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 and we want this to be a no. Again, it'd be breaking its pattern. Guys are like, it's all baccarat. You know, what's going to be going on anyway. So we're going to go banker for $10 and deal. So come on, banker. A 9 to 5. Well, now we know we're waiting, right? That's all right. We're just going to come over here, hit the L. So we got 2 red marks. So we know that we're going to be waiting for this pattern to change up a little bit. So it's still saying on yes, which is fine. If I was playing on, again, 2.0, that would have been a yes bet. And that would have been a no bet because it was next to a tie. And that yes bet would have continued to win and continue to win. So 2.0, really kicking butt there, because you can see how it's all lining up. And that's where 2.0 was born, is because once you get into these patterns, and we know that Baccarat loves repeating, it will certainly repeat itself. And that's how the dance 2.0 had come into fruition anyway. So this is a beautiful shoe for 2.0. Here's the tie. So we'll see how the tie ends up messing with this. Hopefully it just didn't turn it on its head, and that way just have a whole bunch of no's in a row. Right? But the yeses are strong. I think that's our first no right there. Yeah, we finally got a no, but that's not a trigger. That's where you can't chase it, and that's why you bet on the spots 3 and 4 every time, because you can't chase it. Because you saw me were there. Man, I would have been way past my 7. Again, if we switched over to 2.0, 2.0 then says follow the trend. Trend's your friend. So we would have just followed the trend. So now we have a yes, yes, and then this is where we're going to be looking for a no for 2 more bets. So we've got a $15 bet for a no would be a banker. This is just a money back bet is all this is. Can we get our money back? And no, the answer was no, you can't. They weren't ready to give that up. So yes, yes, yes. Now we're going to be looking for a player to change this result here, and that's a $25 bet on the player. 7-7 tie. I would act like I was surprised, but I really wasn't. So we're still looking for a player because we've got several bankers here. So we're going to rebet and deal. Wham, bam. Wow, 1 to 3, darn. Banker. So we did take another L. So we got 4 L's. And they are now strong with the yeses again. Player. There they went to a no. Tie. Player brings a no. So now they have a no. And then this would be looking for a yes for $40 for the player. Oop, not 45. It says 40. So let's do it for 40. So deal player $40. There, we got that one. So that's going to bring us back to a $25 bet. Right now we're sitting in a $15 hole. So that would give us a $10 profit. But let's get our triggers first. And this is where we're sitting next to that tie, so that doesn't even account. So if this is a banker, there we've got a yes, yes. And now we're going to be looking for a no for a banker here for $25. This is how you do it. Stress-free playing. Stress-free playing. Oops, sorry. That was at the L. That was a W. Used to doing banker and player, and that was not a banker. That was a W. That was a win. So now we've got a $10 profit. Need to make another $5 on this one. Actually, I could jump to another shoe and just lock up that last $10. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go back to first person. And here I'm just going to clean sweep. And this time let's just do 8. So we're going to sweep. And then 1, 2, and I guess I don't need to count for you. You guys all know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, ocho. Here we are. So I like this one. This one's good. This one's good. Let's see what this looks like. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to clear this. I only need 2 units to hit my goal. Goal is to get to 1550, which actually puts me over my goal for the day. But I wanted to be able to share this with you all. So it's still early morning. See any sleepers in my eyes? Yeah, couldn't sleep last night after the Bears took their whooping. It was just unfortunate. I'm a Bears fan. Still going to be a Bears fan, regardless of what happens. So we have a yes and a no. So we're going to need some more results, at least one, to see if we get another no. So we have a no, and we're looking for a yes. I like as that pattern continues. That yes looks good there, right? So $5 on a banker for a yes, and we're going to go ahead and deal that. Yes, got a W. So I need one more yes, and we'll be there. So let's go ahead and get at least one more result. There's a player, and that gives us a yes. So we also now have a bet here for player for $5 because we want to know a 9. It's German in case you didn't know. Wait, that's a KNOW. English is so confusing. So deal $5. 7 to a 9 ain't gonna do it. They're gonna like bad joke, Mike. We're gonna give you the L for that one. Give me the look. So here we're looking for a no, and actually we're bucking against the trend here because the trend would be player. Because look at all these reds just on a run, and if that happens, that's fine because I've got one more bet to make, and then I just sit out and watch for a little bit, right? I don't have a problem with that. So we've got a $10 bet, and we're going for a no, so that's the banker. And we're going to see if their run continues or it takes this opportunity to change it. And no, they're still on a run. So that was an L. So I know my next bet's going to be for $15, but I need to wait for another trigger. So player, that's where it finally broke. One after we were there. So to know if this is a banker, we would have a... Well, now if this was a player, we'd have a trigger. No, sorry, if it was a banker. Yep, that was a yes. So we have a no result. Tie doesn't matter. And then a yes. So now we'd need a player here. And it's going the other way. So it's a no. That's a yes. This is a player. It's a yes. All right. So now we have a yes. So now we're looking for a no. And then we've got a tie here. So we'd have to wait until we get down here. So knowing that we're looking for a no, this is going to be for a banker for $15. I know I said I wanted to know, but that was a good yes. Or it was a good no. I mean, it was a W. So that's literally just my money back on that minus commission. So there certainly were some commissions to pay. But you can see I'm still just 1 unit away from running for the door at this point. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit plus because we got a tie there. So it doesn't even matter what comes up at that point. And we got a player. So that gives us a no, and here we're looking for a yes. So we're gonna have this is gonna be a banker, kind of irregardless of what we do. And this wants us to do a $10 bet, even though we just won that bet and we have locked in that profit of $5. I don't need to get a $10 profit from here. So I'm going to click on the R button. And that's going to push that back to now it's a $5 bet. So it's a good thing we got to see that, right? Because I just need to be at a $5 bet here to hit our goal. I didn't need it to be at the $10. So now we're 1 unit bet at the banker. So $5 in the banker and deal. 3-3 tie. I'm not a hater on that. So now I know that I'm also going to be on banker for a yes. But you got to make sure you know when that switches. So that went for a player. So that's an L. So now we know our $10 bet is now going to be a yes on the player. It hasn't gone to 4 yet. Until now. Boom. So we're going to get that W. And now we're up $10. I'm at $15.50. Give me the golf applause. Whatever that ends up being. I don't know what the golf applause is. But, I mean, that was playing the dance on first person. If you want to know where I play, I'll certainly tell you. Just shoot me an email at MikeTheGamblingGuy@gmail.com. I'm not allowed to say here on YouTube. They've canceled some other friends of mine channels. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of work involved in getting one of these up and running. And I certainly wouldn't do it again. I'm glad to share with what we have. But yeah, if you can like and subscribe, and that certainly helps the channel. By no means am I like, yeah, this is where I'm making my money. I got to tell you, to be honest, this probably doesn't go against YouTube's. I don't think it goes against their policy that I've ever heard of. But I typically get a check from YouTube about every 3 months, $100. I mean, I've got a lot more invested in equipment. So if anybody's like, yeah, you're in it for the money. Well, I'm in it for the wrong thing. I'm in here to help my community is the whole reason I do this. It is not about creating these videos for the money or for the notoriety. It certainly isn't. The reason I got on was because I saw some bad things happening on YouTube. And I was like, okay, I do have some gambling knowledge. Unfortunately, a couple of games that I play, craps and roulette, and they're based on the energy in the game and actually using quantum physics and string theory to be able to pick the bets. I've signed a do not disclosure, so I cannot share that information kind of more than what I have already, a little bit that I have. So I hope everybody understands that. But Baccarat is really where I end up playing most of my day because I can play this from home. And it's just fun. It's easy. I love having the Baccarat app. Eventually I'm going to have a roulette app. Then you'll see me playing more roulette. But I'll see if my son's watching this video and he just hit his head on the desk going, I know, I've promised you that for over a year. Well, it's going to be my birthday on Friday. Let's see if we can't make that happen, Captain. All right. So until next time, I'm Mike the Gambling Guy. I'm out.